Well, I now have the rear bumper in position, but it exposed a problem with the driver's side fender. Alright, I've been out here working all day. There's one thing I have to do now. I'll tested the bumper, and if it's okay, going to need a little adjustment. But the whole rear end back here is kind of floppy. This whole thing is just kind of flopping in the breeze. So I came in here and created these two brackets. This is shims here to represent where the bumper bracket goes in between here. But this is got a couple of bolts through here. It's 10 gauge. I wanted it strong because this is where the bumper attaches. So this whole rear end is now just so extremely strong. It doesn't budge. Alright, so what I gotta do is I gotta take these brackets off, kind of clean them up and paint them, and then get ready to put the whole rear end back together. Okay, I finished these brackets here. Hang them up nice. Alright, so I got to put the rear end back together. I'm leaving everything loose here until I get the bumper bracket in here. But this is solid to the frame right here. Solid as can be. Bolted on here. What this does, it also makes sure that my bracket goes nice and straight out the back. Because this is a little crooked, but when you get the bracket in here, it straightens everything up real nice. Alright, as you can see, I've got my rear bumper back on and my rear fenders back on. Lines up pretty good. I had to squeeze the fender out. Kind of messed it up a little, but I think I'll be able to make it look good. It's nice and level. It's perfectly square with everything. However, something I've been noticing since early on, after I did the fenders, the fender on the left, on the driver's side, actually looks lower across the edge down here. You can see. So it's about a half an inch off, 3/8 of an inch off. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting a slot in it. I want to cut this. I went ahead and cleaned off all the paint because I'm going to have to weld all this back together. But I'm going to cut this off here at the end here, and I'm going to try to line this curve up with the other side. Well, I've been out here working for a while. You see it got this kind of folded over itself. I stretched this bottom piece out a little bit. Actually cut some relief slots in it so I can get a little bit better smooth transition. Looks pretty good. I don't know how it looks on camera, but anyway, I've got it all fitting here. I'm going to cut off a little bit here, rebutted it back. So what I need to do now is just kind of clean all this stuff up and start stitching this together here. Okay, I got my welder out and I stitched this all back together again here. I've ground it down a little bit. Not very pretty, but it's very strong. It's got a patch behind here. There's a patch behind here, and this is all just welded like 1,000 welds, holding all this on. I've ground it off. See, so now all I gotta do is put filler on it. You can see everything lines up really nice out here. So now all I gotta do is putty it, hit it with a little paint.